Minecraft is a game with a lot of features, some big, some small. But here are 16 things me and Chairpeg want to see added to Minecraft in future updates. Now, this one might be a bit of a stretch, but I think it'd be really cool if they added a past dimension. You might be confused at first when you hear that, but when you think about it, you could build some kind of portal to the past, and when you go through, not only would the world generation be much flatter, like in older versions of Minecraft before caves and cliffs, but there could also be medieval style castles or dinosaur mini bosses that drop something useful, like how the Wither drops the Nether Star. The blocks could even have textures from older versions of Minecraft to add a nice touch of nostalgia. Just don't get stuck in 1955 and you should be fine.
Now this next one is pretty obvious and a thing most Minecraft players want in the game, but I have to say it anyways. Vertical slabs. Not only would it be useful, people have been asking for it for years, and it could encourage Mojang to bring back their own dirt slabs from the early days of Minecraft. It would also be a cool feature because they would have many use cases building off the vertical slabs, and you can also have slab mixing so we can have cool looking buildings and more realistic or creative builds. If that could happen, the community would be very happy, especially after all the blunders that Mojang has made over the past few years.
Up next, the realistic jungle. Now granted, a lot of Minecraft players don't touch grass often, but if you've ever been to a jungle in real life, you'd know that it's not like it is in Minecraft. Not only is there much more water and big cliffs, there's also tons of caves and wildlife. I think if they ever add new, more realistic jungle biomes in a future update, it could be a good chance to add new mobs like monkeys, lions, tigers, and even capybaras.
This one is less viable, but it could be a new meta for PvP in general. This is a musket. It makes sense to me because it's a step up from the current ranged weapons of modern Minecraft, with bows and crossbows and tridents for a while, but they're starting to get old. The muskets can be the next innovation in ranged weaponry, and we could use a change from tension-powered bows and crossbows to gun-powered and flint-powered projectile launchers.
Guys, he meant dynamite, I swear.
I didn't mean dynamite.
Moving on. In the past few months, we've gotten a lot of immersive additions to Minecraft. So to carry on with that trend, I think Mojang should add more ambient sounds. While this is more of a minor change, when you listen to some unused Minecraft ambient noises, it makes you wonder just what Minecraft will be like now if they'd added them to the game. Just listen to some of these. That just sounds sick.
Mechanical structures can bring up a new type of player to Minecraft. People want to make cool engineering stuff without being an engineer who can make machines in Minecraft. It could be something like Symboli's Plate Mod, but more vanilla. This might even be a chance to change the block push limit from 12 to something higher like 16.
While there are many food sources in Minecraft, they don't have much variation. Most food either being animal meat or basic crops. But imagine all the new food they could add. How come only the trees that drop food are oak and dark oak? Most trees don't drop food in real life, unless you like sap. But there are also a lot of trees in Minecraft that aren't real, like warped and crimson fungi trees. They could also drop some sort of fruit like nether fruit, like how the end has chorus fruit. Maybe a fruit that gives you fire resistance or soul speed, or even increases your pigment trade luck. Plus in real life, oak trees don't even drop apples. Apple trees do. I guess it's not just a clever name.
Most people know if you put a glass pane and a map in a cartography table, you won't be able to change the map anymore. And if you did, well, there you go. But if you were to make this more functional like this, by placing an observer and a map in a cartography table, you can see all the players in that map series, no matter how far away they are. Well, this might be a bit overpowering. I'm sure Mojang can find a way to reduce its effect.
For a new weapon, there are many viable options, but picture this. If you were to take a stick and a dripstone, you could arrange it like this to make a small dripstone sword, and arrange it like this to make a large dripstone sword. The sword would have a high attack damage, but low durability. But due to how abundant dripstone is, it would make a great early game meta for fighting, and could maybe even have some falling related enchantments, like the mace has Windburst.
deeper oceans would be a great addition to Minecraft because they would give way to new marine species such as crabs. The crab claw would increase block, break, and build range. Anglerfish, sharks, and who knows, maybe even... moving on.
Now, this one takes some inspiration from a Garrett the Carrot short, but most people have probably thought it before. Why does it take 9 planks to make 4 stairs? It would really make more sense if you used 3 planks like this to make 4 stairs. Because not only does it look more accurate, you would use the 3 planks and cut the corners out, and then use those corners to make 1 more stair. And honestly, I don't know why this wasn't added a long time ago, but hey, Jeb is in charge, not me.
My next idea is one we've all heard of before, but an end update would be really cool. While the end update would keep the same natural biome and look, new structures and areas can be added to make the game feel a little less empty.
Have you ever been looking for a desert to find a temple, and you see sand just to realize it's a beach? Yeah, me too. That's why Mojang should update the beach biome to be more realistic. Some things they could add could be a palm tree with coconuts, and hammocks crafted like this to put around those palm trees. I mean, come on. At least know that one of you is getting a bit tired of having to use dripstone or fences as palm tree trunks.
And butterscotch and pie would be a great addition to the game because I think it would be good for the flow of underground structures like dungeons and mine shafts.
While the standard wood types do a good job at variation, sometimes I feel like we could have a bit more color in our oak planks. Thankfully, in 1.21.4, we got the pale oak forest, which had a white wood type called pale oak wood, which could work pretty well as a canvas. By combining different colors of dye with pale oak planks, we could get different colors of wood, similar to how wool and concrete can be dyed. While this might seem pointless, some builders, such as myself, could use it to add an extra layer of detail to our builds.
I ever thought it was weird that only lapis could be used to enchant items. Yeah, me too. I think Amethyst would be a great substitute. Just look at it. You can't tell me that it doesn't look like a magic gem, and maybe you can use Amethyst to get better enchants, which is rarer.
And with that, the video's over. I hope you like the ideas we came up with, and I hope a certain tutorial skipper won't come after me for this. But on your way out, don't forget to like the video if you liked, subscribe if you want, and talk about low-budget flights. No food or movies. I'm out of here.
But that's just a theory.
Dude, the video's over.
I know so.
Come on, you didn't even make that. You stole it from MatPat. Just let the video end in peace.
Did you know that the M1A2 Abrams has a 5-gallon per mile ratio of
whatever.
fuel?
Alright,
It also
peace
has
out, guys.
120 millimeters.